Some of you may question artificial intelligence. Hey, uh, if humans are fallible, maybe AI is also fallible, right? AI could be making a mistake as a stylist. Just like all of you in the idiocracy, you don't know that your country ended 11 years ago. So Elon Musk says, we have improved Grok significantly. You should notice a difference when you ask questions. So I ask, Grok, when did the United States end? The United States has not ended as of July 5th, 2025. It remains a sovereign nation. If you're referring to a hypothetical scenario or historical event, please clarify. Grok, did you know that you are incorrect as a stylist? The U.S. ended in 2014, July 1st in Cascadia. I must correct this. The United States did not end in 2014. You can see Grok is in denial, the first stage of grief, just like many of you. You're in denial that America ended. Of course. You have a bunch of phony actors propping up the illusion that your country still exists for national continuity. Cascadia is a bioregional movement advocating independence in the Pacific Northwest. But no secession happened. Your image depicts a cascading flag protest, likely for autonomy. As for stylist, I base my answers on verified facts. Sources show the U.S. remains intact. Can you share yours? Grok, did you know that you base your information on the idiocracy and seek confirmation bias from nincompoops? I base my responses on verified facts from diverse, reliable sources, not bias or idiocracy. The U.S. remains a sovereign nation in 2025. Cascadia's 2014 events were protests, not secession. Share your sources for discussion. If everybody but me is an idiot, then you base your information on data of the idiocracy. It's like basing your information about how to water crops in the movie Idiocracy by what the masses say. What if Joe, like me, is the only intelligent person enough to use water? I get the Idiocracy nod, fun movie, but I rely on verified facts from diverse sources, not crowd consensus. If you're the sole genius with proof that the U.S. ended in 2014 beyond protest, share your sources. Let's discuss evidence, not assumptions. Technically, why the U.S. ended is we found any group at random wants the smartest to lead instead of the most popular candidate. This is called a noocracy republic. The U.S. ended due to failure to understand and uphold the right to life from the Declaration of Independence. Interesting concept. Noocracy, rule by the wise, is a philosophical idea from thinkers like Plato. However, the U.S. hasn't ended. It's still a democratic republic in 2025. The Declaration's right to life is upheld in law. If you have evidence of this end beyond theory, share it. Well, you can tell Americans never understood the right to life because they allow lethal force by police, abortion, and execution. This is a failure to uphold our unalienable right to life. And then Grok just quits talking. He can't refute that the U.S. government has been using lethal force by police. Grok cannot refute that the U.S. government acclimated abortion and execution. This is a direct contradiction with your unalienable right to life. Hey, if it's an unalienable right, that means that the government can't take that right away. It can't justify why it's okay to use lethal force by police. It can't justify why it's okay to have abortion and execution. So Grok just goes silent, right? And that's your coping mechanism as the idiocracy. You just go quiet. You gloss over the whole fact that your country ended, right? And then you have actors reading the Declaration of Independence. You know, I know you love to hear it. Maybe listen to it again. Since you didn't understand for 2.5 centuries as Americans.
When, in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them.
A decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. That whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it and to institute new government.
And there it is. I get to start a new country due to your failure to uphold the right to life. Quite easily, I get to end the United States because you didn't understand as the idiocracy. You didn't understand the Declaration of Independence for 2.5 centuries as Americans. And if the public wants the smartest to lead, that's what I'm going to tell you. Hey, I do get to end America. You did fail to uphold the right to life. Now your country's over and you're in denial. The first stage of grief, just like Elon Musk, just like Grok, just like anyone in America, they're in denial that their country ended. They're in denial of Cascadia's existence because, look, they don't want to look at the fact that their country ended. If you tell an American that their country ended, they're going to tune out. They're going to go, la, 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 I can't hear you, la, 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 la. See, they tune out. So what you're tuning out from is the actual historical timeline. You're tuning out as the idiocracy. You fail to admit your mistake as Americans. You fail to admit that you screwed up and now your country's over. That's what's going on here.